What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about Dark Beast. We are going to get some first impressions on this character and see what he can do today for us. We don't have the full Dead Sea team available, so we'll see what we can do in order to get some potential out of this character with the characters that we have available right now, which is Psylocke and Magneto. And also, if you're gonna get some value pairing up these three characters with other characters and see if they're going to provide some utility in Alliance Wars, in a Dark Dimension, and also in raids. Can you use Dark Beast today in raids without Archangel? Maybe. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, smash that like button, and stay tuned to the channel where I'll be making another video talking about where you can use Dark Beast in Alliance Wars and also possibly in Cosmic Crucible. So with that said, let's get started. For the people that care about red stars and opening red stars, orbs and so on, I used my super secret seed theory that I never tell anyone about it on how exactly it works, but it always works. Every time that it works, it works. Every time it doesn't work, then of course I was not using my seed theory, of course. Okay, so taking a look at that, I just opened a few orbs and you'll see that early on I got done with it, and this is a character that you want to get at 5 red stars, 6 or 7, but if you get it at 4 stars and if you get the silver promotion credits to upgrade from 4 to 5 and then from 5 to 6 or higher than that, that's gonna be fine. So if you get, like me, a 5 red stars on Dark Beast, or even if you get a 4, as long as you have the silver promotion credits to give to him, that's fine. But yes, this is a character that you really want to have some high red stars on, just to take into consideration the path to progress, and if you have the silver promotion credits and the gold promotion credits to do it afterwards. Now we're going to take a look at the orbs that I opened for this character. I only opened 8 orbs, which is a $50 offer, and this is going to be a monthly long character. So if you are trying to get Dark Beast at 5 yellow stars, 5 red stars, and if you're going to get, and you want to make sure that you get those 5 yellow stars, not only you have to open the offer of the $50, but you also have to open around 3 more uses of power cores. And this is another way that you can get Dark Beast if you want to go free to play, and if you have like disposable 8,000 cores, you could try your luck and see if you can get him that way. Some of the characters, they are not available with power cores, but Dark Beast is one that it is, and that's great because once again he's going to be a month-long release character. So if you want to get him as fast as possible, which I'm going to be honest, there is not many reasons for you to rush it, but yeah, if you want to get him at 5 yellow stars, you need to buy offer plus 3 additional uses of power cores. If you want to get him to 5 yellow stars without spending any money, then you have to use around 12,000 power cores, which is a little bit pricey. So it's something that you need to take into consideration if it's going to be worth it or not. I usually buy an offer and then I just power core the rest to make sure I get that 5 yellow star to give some good use for him and being able to display the power of the character at a decent star level and also gear level. So we are going to gear up the character. We are going to see which T4s you should do first and which T4s you can skip for a while, and then we are going to take a look at a few uses of Dark Beast that you can use right now and take into consideration if you should use him in Dark Dimension, for example, if he's going to have some use there. We're also going to take a look at him in raids. Yes, we are going to try him out in raids, and then take a look at for example a Blitz team and one Alliance Wars matches and see how can you pair up this character today in order to get some use out of him. So let's get started. Let's take a look at all that information and see if Dark Beast is indeed a beast or if he's kind of lame like the other one. Okay, so this is my Dark Beast right now. We have Skirmisher, Isolate, Blue, level 3. We have all the T4s, we have Teal Gear, and we also have level 85. And we're going to take a look at some gameplay of this character. And the T4s, depending on the game mode, they really add a lot of value. So while overall Dark Beast is not a healer, if you don't have the ultimate, for example, on the special, you are really going to feel that lack of healing on any team you can use. We're going to take a look at that gameplay and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then in terms of the other T4s, we didn't know exactly if the ultimate would work outside of raids or not. Yes, it works, very powerful, ability block for 2 turns, and we have some great combinations with that character. Then the passive, I don't remember what it is, but it's also pretty decent. The basic is must have because he's always assisting, and the special is only useful in raids, and that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at this character in action and see what he's able to do and provide to his team. Okay, so let's take a look at Dark Beast in action, and we're going to use him together not only with the Death Seed but also with Mr. Sinister and Mystique, which have synergies with Magneto and other mutant characters. So I thought this was a great team to use with the Dark Beast. And we are doing Dark Dimension 3, where the enemies have a lot of damage and also a lot of health. And I usually find Dark Dimension 3 to be one of the best ways to test characters because of how many enemies we are facing at the same time, and also the amount of burst damage that the enemies have. Okay, so many of the Dark Beast abilities are going to come through because we have ability block on his ultimate, we have the mind control on his special, and we also have the offense down and heal block, plus a ton of bleeds that come out of a Dark Beast. So you can see that we're going to have a lot of utility. Another thing about the Dark Beast is that the more Dead Seed characters you are going to have, the better. So if you can clone an enemy Psylocke, an enemy Magneto, or even an enemy Dark Beast, which we are going to do that today, then the value of your own Dark Beast is going to increase by quite a lot because he's going to assist more consistently. And you always want to change which targets you are attack, especially the targets that do damage. So for example here, I attacked Pyro, now I'm going to attack the multiple Namors. I'm going to apply offense down to all of those characters, and that means the enemy characters are going to do 50% less damage. So Dark Beast is a character that it's going to require some knowledge to know exactly which is the best character for you to use, to clone for your side of the field, but also it's going to require some skill because you need to know that you need to change your targets and you need to know exactly how to stop the most damage of the enemies in order for you to have the most effect. So this is a great character, and it's definitely a character that it's going to be easy to use early on, but when you master this character, you are going to get huge value out of him because what he does, the damage he provides, the control he provides is going to be game changing. And you can pair up this character with other ones in Cosmic Crucible, in Alliance Wars, that really increase the value of what he's able to do and all the synergies that he's able to provide. So you can see that at this point we completely dominate. Our Magnetos are completely ridiculous with all the buffs they have. This is also because of Mystique. Whenever Magneto and Mr. Sinister have a turn, when Mystique is present, all the buffs are going to be extended. So this is why we have so many defense ups, offense ups, speed ups on Magneto, and this is why Magneto is a machine. So having Dark Beast and Mystique together, it's going to be a great combo. Okay, so as you can see, the enemies are all under control. They have tons and tons of negative effects. They have the ability block, they have offense down, they have heal block, they have tons of bleeds. The damage output from Dark Beast, even at low stars, is very, very high. And yeah, this character, I'm gonna be very, very honest, it kind of blows my mind how good he is. From his kit, I would not give him that much value. It really impressed me, and I'm more excited than ever to test out the Death Seed and see which combinations we can do with these characters, because because the Dead Sea team is going to be an open book where you'll be able to use some characters of the Dead Sea together with other mutant villains like the Brotherhood, like the Marauders, and also like the Dead Sea itself. So it's a lot of theory crafting, it's a lot of combinations that you can do, and maybe even use multiple teams with these characters, which would not be possible otherwise. So yeah, Dark Beast is really opening a lot of doors. But let me show you a few matches on Blitz, Alliance Wars, and also in raids to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's take a look at a few matches in Blitz, and this is not supposed like to be the best team for Blitz or anything like that. It's just to get some use out of Dark Beast right now in order for you to use it on the Naki event or any other Blitz event that we'll have in the meantime. I usually use Brotherhood together with Lady That Strike, and that's a little bit more powerful than Dark Beast because of the turn rewind of Lady That Strike, but overall Dark Beast is not terrible here. Now, if you prefer Lady That Strike here, you can use Dark Beast together with Psylocke and some of the Uncanny X-Men characters, because that combination is going to be very powerful as well in case you want to get some more damage output out of your team. So you can see right here, all the enemies are blinded. Some of the enemies already have offense down and heal block, reducing the enemy's damage output. And this is going to be massive. We are facing a very big Gamora on the other side, and we are holding on just because of that offense down and the blinds. Then we have Toad that can extend the negative effects that you apply with the Dark Beast, including the ability block, which is awesome. So as you can see, this team has a lot of possibilities, and this is why I'm very excited for this character and for this team, because out of one team of new characters, we can make maybe two teams with using some older characters and increase their longevity for a little bit longer. Okay, let's take a look at another Blitz match. This time we are facing that Jessica Jones that usually causes some problems for characters with negative effects. And we'll see that it's not a big problem because these characters have a lot of focus, especially Magneto. He gives 30%, I think 30 or 60% more focus to Death Seed and also Brotherhood allies, and this is why you can do those combinations. So I put on auto, and this was to see what's the behavior of these characters when the AI is controlling them. This is what happens when you do Sim in Blitz. It uses the AI to control the characters. So I was thinking, is this going to be good enough? Is the abilities of Dark Beast going to be good enough? And you can see that the ultimate with that ability block is just massive, because all the characters are together, so you're going to apply tons and tons of bleeds to the characters, which is good because at this point in time, both the Blob and Pyro, they are not able to provide enough damage. So therefore, Dark Beast is coming here to help with that damage output. Once again, if you prefer Lady Death Strike, which I usually do, that's fine as well. Just make sure that you use Dark Beast together with Psylocke. Now, in terms of using Dark Beast, Psylocke, and Magneto all together for Blitz, I think it's just unnecessary, because after you leave a lot of homeless characters, and in Blitz, what you want to do is always maximize the amount of teams you can use, and that allow you to win, which is going to be the case. So there you go. As you can see, Dark Beast together with the Brotherhood is an option. It's a great option, and it's definitely something you should try out on your Blitz to get the first impressions of this character. Okay, now let's take a look at the Dead Seed, and this is going to be against the Web Warriors in Alliance War. This is a live Alliance Wars, and we are going to punch up 360k, and I know like the Web Warriors are not like super difficult to deal with, but this is why we are going to take a look at the Dead Seed in an upcoming video, more focused on Alliance Wars, but it's just to show you that the damage output of these characters and their utility and survivability with the transfer of negative effects from our team to the enemy team with Psylocke, the counters, the deflects, and all that good stuff on this team. It works very, very well. And I can tell you that I tested this team in Alliance Wars with other combination of characters, and it was just massive what they were able to do. Okay, so we got those blinds at the beginning, early on, and this is already a winning condition, and maybe we'll be able to counter Dark Hold in the future with the Dead Sea team because of that turn 1 blind, which supposedly is going before Morgan Le Fay. So that's going to be massive. That's going to stop Morgan Le Fay from applying Disrupt and ability block, and it's something that we really need to keep an eye on for the War meta and also the Cosmic Crucible meta, because it's going to be great to have more options to get rid of Dark Hold, not just Unlimited. Okay, so you can see right here, we are doing fine. We are applying offense down to as many characters as possible, especially the dangerous ones. And now we're going to try to apply some more Blitz to the enemies. The biggest problem with this Dead Sea team is that it doesn't have that many unavoidable attacks. Magneto has the ultimate and the special, but beyond that we don't have that many, so characters with a lot of evades, it's going to be a problem. So you might be able to use the Death Seed against the Dark Hold, but you might not use them against Unlimited, because every time the Unlimited crits, they're going to get evades, and that's going to be a problem for this team, at least for now, when we still don't have Archangel and other upcoming character, which we still don't know who it is. In terms of survivability, as you can see, the team is doing okay, because after the Magneto applies the blind, Dark Beast is going to apply the defense subs, and you also have the evades from Psylocke and also the counter. So overall, this team is doing pretty well, and next time I show up a new video, hopefully I will have way more counters where you can use the Death Seed together with some other combination of characters, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, now let's take a look at some gameplay of Death Seed and Dark Beast in raids. This is going to be on Doom 3 on difficulty 4. And at this point in time, I still didn't add all the T-Force on Dark Beast, so it's not going to be the best showcase, because once again, when you have all the T-Force, you're going to get additional functionality, especially of his special, because it applies regeneration to your Dead Sea team, and that's going to help with the survivability. But I was pretty happy with the results. We are using Rogue, we are using Omega Red, Magneto, Psylocke, and Dark Beast. So while this might not be the best team to use right now, it might give you huge value on the boss node when you have to sack the node. So you can sack with this team already, do some massive dent to the enemies that we are facing, and then go with another team to just clean up the enemies. So you can see that we have some problems with removing taunt, so it's going to be important to get that assist from Dark Beast and remove the taunt from Red Guardian. After that, you have to be careful also with the taunt of Strife, so it requires a little bit of luck right now, and this is why I'm saying that you should use these characters on the boss node rather than using them on the first and the second nodes. For the first and second nodes, you should still use the best team, which is Rogue, Gambit, Iceman, Beast, and Jubilee. Okay, so there we go. We have the enemy Dark Beast on the field, so we are going to use the enemy Dark Beast to clone him, and then we'll have two Dark Beasts, and that's going to be completely insane. Now, this combination of Omega Red and Death Seed is very, very powerful. You can see all the enemies, they have offense down, they have slow, they have tons and tons of Blitz. It's so ridiculous, the kind of nonsense that this team is able to do. And you can see that problem that I mentioned in the past, the lack of speed up on the characters. So Magneto and Psylocke, they have speed up, but Dark Beast does not have speed up. Now we have defense up, and that means we are going to get 50% more armor, which is awesome, and whenever we have speed up, we have also 50% more speed. But as you can see, it has the same problem of the Web Warriors, is that you cannot keep that speed up constantly. You cannot keep the defense up constantly. You cannot keep the offense up constantly. And this is why I had the questions about this team, and my questions were once again verified, because yes, it's true, it's very, very hard to keep up those buffs. So the team is still doing very, very well. You can see we are just shredding to these enemies, and at this point in time my team was not even Dark Beast was not even at Teal Gear, but the amount of speed that we are getting is very impressive when we have speed up. Rogue is doing very well there, tanking the enemies, and the amount of damage that we are able to provide and the amount of control that we are able to apply to the enemies is also very powerful, and this is how our team has been able to keep up so far. And look at, once again, the Blitz of Dark Beast. It's completely ridiculous the amount of negative effects we can apply to the enemies. Now here I got unlucky. The negative effects on Emma Frost got resisted. That was very unfortunate. And once again, because I didn't add the T4 on the special of Dark Beast, I was not able to keep up with the healing, and eventually we end up dying. But I think for the first impressions, I think this is very powerful. Once again, this is on Doom 3 difficulty 4, and with level 85 characters, some of them with orange gear, other ones with the teal gear, but they are still far away from level 90, which is the level recommended for difficulty 4. It's level 90, Isolate Blue level 3 up to level 4, and in my opinion, so far, the characters have been performing very well, and I'm very excited for this team. So, in conclusion, what are my first impressions on Dark Beast? I'm actually very impressed with what he's able to do. The amount of damage he does is literally insane. The amount of negative effects that he's able to apply to the enemies is very powerful. The reducing the damage of the enemies by 50% and also apply heal block to them is massive. And the fact that you have so much fluidity with this character, you can pair him up with Brotherhood, you can pair it up with Marauders, you can pair him up with Dead Seed, you can pair it up with Dead Seed and Uncanny. So there are so many combinations that you can do with this character. And once again, the damage output of him and the control is so great that is gonna shine in any team. The only thing that you need to keep in mind, and this might be a surprise to a lot of people, is that he's not a support character. If you are thinking that he's anywhere similar to the other beasts that we have in the game, no, not similar at all. Outside of raids, he provides 0 healing, and you should take a look at him like he's Madeline Pryor or Emma Frost or any kind of character that does a lot of damage and a lot of control. But overall, I'm very excited for this character and for his team. It's definitely a character that is worth of investment right now, and you're gonna find use for him in Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible. I think in the future we are also going to use him or recommend him for Dark Dimension 5, but we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about everything Dark Beast in an upcoming video, all the T4s, all the ISO weight, all the things you should focus on in order to maximize the power of these characters. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you found the video helpful, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.